In other news, Karnataka Chief Minister, who's often been criticized for the VVIP mentality he carries, once again blocked an ambulance with his convoy, forcing the patient to go to the hospital on foot. This incident was reported from Nagamangala in Karnataka's Mandya district, where one side of the road was blocked for the Chief Minister's convoy to pass through. Now, when this ambulance reached that spot, it was caught behind the barricades that were put up, and when people asked for the ambulance to be let through, a police officer present there stated that he could not do so due to security reasons. The patient then had to get off the ambulance and walk for over 100 meters to reach the hospital.
It is the Chief Minister of the state who will have to take the responsibility as far as the citizens' health is concerned. But what you see here on your screen is a complete brazen incident as far as VVIP high-handedness is concerned. Because remember, what we are looking at is where a patient is forced to walk along with her relatives nearly 300 meters to the hospital. One of the reasons over there, that particular stretch of road in Nagamangala in Mandya district of Karnataka was, in fact, that particular stretch of road was completely blocked to make way for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah as well as his convoy, where he was heading for a stone laying ceremony in Kanaka Bhavan, is what we are given to understand. And it is at that point in time where this particular ambulance carrying a female patient was stuck in the traffic, and when the driver of the ambulance as well as the patient's relatives tried to request the traffic cops over there to let the ambulance pass, the answer given to them was based on security reasons. They cannot let the ambulance pass, and in fact asked the patient's relatives to in fact help her move or walk to the hospital.
Yet another case of VVIP mindset there coming to light from Karnataka. Remember, this is not the first time that Chief Minister's convoy has caused inconvenience to the common man of the state. Several times in the past as well, the Chief Minister's convoy has been involved in blocking the roads, causing inconvenience to the common man. This case pertaining to Nagamangala in Karnataka's Mandya district, where one entire side of the road was blocked for the convoy to pass through, and when this particular ambulance, which was carrying this patient, reached that spot, it was caught behind the barricades put up by the security officials for the convoy of the Chief Minister. And when people asked them to let the ambulance through, a police officer clearly denied doing that and said that he could not do so due to security reasons. The patient, as you see on your television screens, then had to get off the ambulance and had to walk for over 100 meters to reach the hospital. Once again brings up the question of apathy of these VVIPs towards the common man. Once again, the convoy blocking the ambulances. These cases pertaining to the VVIP mindset, VVIP culture keeps coming to light, especially from the state of Karnataka. In the past as well, we've seen the Chief Minister's convoy causing inconvenience to the citizens. This case, of course, once again brings to light that sort of apathy, indifference of the VVIPs, of the leaders of the country towards the common man. You can clearly see that lady, that ill lady who was made to get off the ambulance and to walk over to the hospital. One can understand that since she was in an ambulance, she perhaps was in a serious condition, and still with assistance she was made to get off the ambulance and to walk nearly over 100 meters towards the hospital. After a request was made to the police officers present there to let that ambulance through, nobody really paid heed to the demands of the patient, the family members of the patient. They were asked to then leave the ambulance and to walk over to the hospital. Well, remember, the Chief Minister has often been criticized for the VVIP mentality that he carries. He once again blocked an ambulance with his convoy, forcing the patient to walk on foot nearly 100 meters towards the hospital. And I'm joined in by Mr. Harish of the BJP in Karnataka. Mr. Harish, your response to this?
Yeah, madam, I think the federal system should go. And already this VIP culture has been stopped by the Prime Minister of India. All these red lights, everything has been removed. so that a common man can go easily and nobody should wait in the roads. But a patient made to walk 100 meters, it is ridiculous. I think it's a height of this one from the whoever has done it. It's bad, and he shouldn't have done that, and he should have allowed the ambulance to go, because every day, every time, everybody says ambulance should be given a free way. All those things they talk theoretically, but practically when it comes, I see that they don't allow ambulance to go inside a hospital. It is really bad, I think, on the part of whoever that VIP has done it. It's bad on his part, man.
Why is it that a different set of rules is applied to the common man and a completely different set of rules is applied to a VVIP? The Chief Minister in this case, the convoy of whom did not let this particular patient allow to pass through. The ambulance in which she was travelling, it was not let off through that convoy, through that barricade. Why is it that separate set of rules is applied to the common man and a completely different set of rules applied to the VVIP?
The same Chief Minister, whenever he gives a speech and all those times, he tells the first priority should be given to the ambulance, the patient should be taken care of. All those things he talks, but when it comes to practice.
All right, Harish, Mr. S. Harish of the BJP in Karnataka, they're condemning this incident. They're stating that this should be put an end to, also mentioning there that the Prime Minister himself has, in a decision, stopped the use of red beacon lights in top official VVIP vehicles, wanting to end the VVIP mindset. They're stating that the top leadership also is not appreciative of the fact that such VVIP mindset is still prevalent in the country. This incident, of course, coming to light from Karnataka, where the convoy of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah blocked an ambulance, and on being requested of letting off this ambulance, the police personnel at the spot refused to let that ambulance go, and following which the patient had to, in fact, alight from the ambulance and was made to walk over 100 meters towards the hospital. Clearly posing another question on the sort of apathy these leaders have towards the common man. They themselves travel in convoys in VVIP vehicles. They are let off through red lights. They are given special treatment. But when it comes to the common man, these leaders have a complete apathetic attitude towards the common citizen. Brinda Adhike joining us over the phone line as well. Brinda, what do you make of this incident?
Something that is across India. We recently saw what happened in Chhattisgarh. We are seeing what is happening here in Bangalore, in Karnataka. It is 71 years of independence. How is it that these people continue to think that they are kings, that they are zamindars? The Raj mentality does not seem to have gone out of their head. In fact, in Karnataka, the CM office says that they have issued standing orders and instructions that ambulance should not be allowed to wait, and that the right of way is for the ambulance and for the patient in that ambulance. But in this particular case, we have seen that the patient has been made to walk. So the politician is unwilling to take responsibility and be accountable for this situation, putting the blame on the police officer, saying the police officer wants to please his or her higher officials. How is it the higher officials have not transmitted and translated this standing order from the CM to the last police officer over there? How is it that the standing order is being disobeyed? How is it that the standing order is not taken into consideration when the ambulance has a patient and they have allowed the patient to walk? This is not acceptable, because the politicians want to appropriate the blame on the police officers, and this is not correct. The politician, the CM, should have seen that something like this is happening and the patient is being made to walk. He could have issued a verbal order then and there saying that my convoy can wait. For the sake of security, you can check the ambulance and send them. No waiting. He could have done these things. Proactive action is something that the CM can take. Nobody stops the CM from taking these kind of proactive actions. Why is it that they do not want to be accountable for their actions? This is my question.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Brinda Adige. Appreciate you joining us here on Mirror Now and sharing your views on once again an incident coming to light where the VVIP culture, the VVIP mindset of the leaders of the country coming to light, not paying attention to the plight of the common citizen.